Are you stuck trying to think up a big idea for your game? How about coming up with 10 ideas instead? I know, this doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense. If you're having trouble coming up with one idea, how can you possibly come up with 10? But if you start by thinking that you have to come up with 10 ideas, you're going to be a lot less worried about being perfect, and you're going to hammer out a bunch of ideas. And when you have those ideas in front of you, one of those is probably going to be pretty good, maybe even 2 or 3. If you're a fan of Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master, this probably isn't a surprise to you. We have a whole idea called writing down 10 secrets and clues. In this idea, for each adventure that you're going to run, for each session that you're going to run, you come up with 10 things that your characters can discover in the next game without worrying about how the characters are going to find them. Now, some of these are going to be pretty cliche. They're pretty straightforward ideas. Some of those are going to be pretty hard for you to come up with, and some of those you're going to look at and they're going to be really great. Well, we can take this idea of writing down 10 things and expand it far beyond secrets and clues. We can actually write down lots of lists of 10 to support our game. Maybe 10 different strong starts, 10 different locations the characters might discover, 10 dungeons that they might find in the region, 10 monuments that they might find in the wilderness, 10 potential villains that are working secretly in the background, 10 bits of treasure that the characters might discover, 10 character hooks that we can use to pull the characters into the game, 10 pieces of history the characters might discover on an old mosaic in a dungeon, 10 types of monsters they might face in those old ruins or ancient dungeons. Writing down 10 things helps us not let perfect be the enemy of good enough. We don't have time to write down a single perfect idea if we know we have 9 more ideas we have to write down. Instead, we're going to be shaking up our brain. We're going to force ourselves to think fast. We're going to have to sit down and write down 10 ideas. Just get the 10 ideas down. Don't worry about their quality. Don't worry how good they are. Don't worry if they don't make any sense, because eventually we're going to come up with ideas that we're really going to dig. The next time you're stuck for a big idea, instead write down 10 small ideas. Force yourself to go through this creative exercise of hammering down 10 ideas, whatever they are. Plots for your adventures, plots for your campaign, quests that the villains are going on, all different kinds of things. Whatever aspect of your adventure or campaign you're struggling with, try to break it down into a list of 10 things and see what your brain comes up with. I bet you're going to be impressed. If you enjoyed this video, you can help me out by subscribing to the Sly Flourish newsletter, supporting me directly on Patreon, picking up any of my books, or subscribing to my videos right here on YouTube. Thank you very much and have a great day.